Hi! So for this video I thought I'd do something a bit more different. Previously I have tested whether it's worth buying the packs for Chocolate Frog cards, like how many duplicates you get and how high are the chances that you'll actually get something that you need. And this one is kind of similar in the sense that I'm testing like whether or not it's worth spending something you stack up on to get something you want, and in this case it would be your creature food. I have always suggested that adopting creatures is an amazing way to get things that you need, books and gems and all that jazz, as you're maxing out the creatures, leveling them up. But once you've done that and you've got the rewards that are guaranteed to you, is it really worth spending your creature food on them? Is it still worth feeding them, or should you just kind of let them be and like they've given you everything they've got and it's just not worth your time? I would probably say that it definitely is. I have a couple principles that I follow when I feed my creatures. One is I don't do it all the time. It's not like they're Tamagotchi. They don't die if you don't feed them. So by all means, if you're not interested in in going in your creature reserve and feeding them, you can, and nothing's gonna happen. But I do stack up on the creature food, and once I feel I have a good amount, I will go to the creature reserve and I will feed them all. I have currently 29 maxed out creatures, so it takes quite a while. It takes like 15 minutes to feed them all. But I do think it's completely worth it. For one, I will do that to quickly increase my attributes and coins, especially if I don't want to grind, don't want to do classes or story chapters or anything like that. I just want to like get my stuff and leave and feel like, okay, I made something. So feeding my creatures is definitely a great way to get that satisfaction. And you can never rule out the opportunity to get something even better, like gems, like books, although it's mostly going to be brown books. I don't think I've ever gotten red, blue or gold from creatures, but brown books for sure. In fact, quite a lot. Sometimes I will get more from feeding my maxed out creatures than I will from events. So if that's not a selling point to you, then I don't know what is. So yeah, and as for the creature food, how I approach it in general, how do I stack up enough, because it takes it takes exactly 87 creature food to feed all of my maxed out creatures. So I do need to build up quite a stack before I can really feed them. So what I will do is when I do classes, if the rewards from classes are kind of meh in general, like 25 coins or like 5-10 attribute or 2 or 3 creature food, I will always take the creature food, because I cannot rule the possibility that when I feed my maxed out creatures, the rewards that I get from them will be better than what I could have gotten from the classes. So yeah, so now to the actual feeding. To build like a somewhat reasonable statistic, I went on a feeding frenzy 4 times. So to build up a somewhat reasonable statistic, I went on a feeding frenzy exactly 4 times, and I can tell you straight away, in 3 out of 4 times I got 4 brown books each. And in one case it was from one creature. One creature alone gave me 4 brown books, so I mean, what can you say? So I will go down with all the rewards I got from each feeding, and then I will kind of give you the highlights, like which were the most generous creatures, because you never know. You may think that the most expensive ones will later on be the most generous as well, but actually in my experience it means nothing. Sometimes the really cheap ones, the really early ones, are actually the ones that give you the books or the gems, you know. So it genuinely is rather random and there's no guarantee. But what I can assure you is that you do get quite a lot from just feeding your maxed out creatures. So the first time that I went on the feeding frenzy, I got 410 attribute points in total. That's all courage, empathy, and knowledge combined. I got 2 gems, I got 2,600 coins, I got 4 brown books from 2 creatures, and that's it. Then the next time it was 555 attribute points combined, 6 gems from 1 creature alone, 400 coins. I obviously prioritized some other rewards, and once again 4 brown books, this time from 1 creature. Then third time 395 attribute points, 2 gems, 625 coins, 4 brown books, and 9 energy as well. In most cases I will not pick energy, but when it's 9 energies and the other rewards are kind of meh, then I definitely go for that, because 9 energy is quite a lot of time saving. And then final time, well, not so generous. We got 270 attribute points, we got 9 gems, and we did get 1,650 coins. So now the highlights, like which creatures gave me the most, the brown books most specifically. So I got them from Acromantula, Niffler, Diricol, Knarl, and Welsh Green Dragon. Most of them gave me 2 brown books each, except for the Acromantula, which gave me 4. So very, very generous. And as I said, I've went on a feeding frenzy 4 times, and 3 out of those 4 times I got 4 brown books. So that's 12 brown books in, what, 2 days? I mean, compared to any sort of grinding for an event, it's so much less effort, so much less time spent. And I mean, you do stack up on creature food from the club tappies, from the ads. You don't even have to put that much effort to stack up on creature food in general. So as long as you just build a good base, it's not like you can spend it on anything else anyway. So if you're getting it for free, especially, why not take advantage of it? Why not get something good out of it? So yeah, that's the statistics. At the end I will kind of add the highlight reel of all the kind of best rewards that I got, including like 1,000 coins or the gems, and of course the brown books from the creatures that gave the stuff. So yeah, that's it for me, and I hope you find this useful. Hope this encourages you to not neglect your creatures. And so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.